Hey, good afternoon. It is your host, Fizz-Ed.
And I'm Intalecrek.
And we are the Urban Hedgers. This is just a show, a couple of regular guys trying to teach the regular man how to hedge against inflation. This is not like Mad Money on Fox or nothing like that.
Not at all.
Nobody's financial analyst here, nothing like that, which makes it real good because we're just like you. So you can learn something from some regular guys on how to, build wealth in a regular way, a substantial way. I know you got some books, some educational stuff for us here today, some reading materials.
Yeah, we have to read. Mm-hmm. That is how you're going to get the knowledge that you need.
True indeed.
You have to read. Mm-hmm. This is for all our viewers. You have to read.
Oh,
You just have to read. There's no way around it.
No way
around it. You have to read.
Yeah.
So we have a few books here that we're going to share for this show. Mm-hmm. Just to recap, our first show, we were just basically showing you different types of forms of silver that you can buy, the rounds, the junk silver, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second show, we basically talked about where to buy and how to buy to some degree. So once you start buying, you definitely got to know what you're buying and what it's worth, because especially when you're buying coins, because when you're buying coins, you may buy coins for just strictly investing purposes, but a lot of times they can have a value beyond that. The price on something will actually go up.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. I guess what's more important, would it be the age of a coin or the silver content of a coin?
It could be the age, because a lot of times you have coins that are not silver or gold, platinum, or palladium, and they're worth money.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes coins can have what is known as a numismatic value, and it can carry a pretty penny, So yeah, not cheap at all.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I've seen, like I said, some episodes of Pawn Stars, and people have come in there with different coins, and most of those are really old though, and that's why they end up buying them and usually get a lot of money for them because they're like really old. So
yeah. So I mean, especially when you're dealing with coins that old, a lot of times you want to get them graded, get them checked for authenticity. Make sure it's authentic, make sure it's a real, it's not a counterfeit, things like that. And speaking of that, that's why it's kind of hard just to do a show about hedging without touching on the collecting side of it, because it kind of all intertwines a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? That is. How does it intertwine then?
Well, you'll find that you may buy some coins, like, there may be people that are into buying, let's say, Morgan dollars. Morgan dollars is always going to have a premium. Unless it's damaged or something like that, it's normally going to carry a value beyond the silver content, a price, a premium. So someone will have a high premium depending on where they're from.
Oh, okay.
You have, for example, the Carson City Morgan dollars, which you actually have one there.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea that.
Which can carry a nice value if it's in good condition.
Oh yeah. So. Well, I guess now you've taken me right into that. To tell the story of this Morgan dollar here. A friend of my fiance's. She called her up. Said, I got something for you and your boyfriend. I know y'all get into collecting old stuff. So she said that some guy came into the store where she worked at and spent this like $1. Can you believe that? And she had brought it to me, and she said, Eddie, I know it's not, just a regular dollar. And she said, I think it's real silver because it's heavy. Feel how heavy it is. And I was like, wow, that is something. I said, well, you know what? I appreciate that. So let me get that. And she let me get it, not for anywhere near what it's worth. Thank you for that, Anna. But so I took it, and then I took a picture of it, and I sent it to this man right here, and I was like, what is that? And he was like, well, that's a Morgan dollar. You might have something there.
Well, let's show the viewers the Morgan dollar. Because we're not going to treat it like all you guys know what a Morgan dollar is. This is a dollar that was produced in the early years of the States. I want to say the 1800s to early 1900s. This was produced. This is called the Morgan dollar after the person who actually designed the Morgan dollar.
Does that guy still do coins today or no?
Well, if he's doing coins now, it'd be his ghost.
Oh, okay. You're right. What am I thinking? This coin is from 18 something, so obviously the man is deceased. Yeah.
This is from 1892, and this is actually from Carson City. Now, what are the different types? And then how do you know that's from Carson City? Well, it has the CC on it, and that's how you know. You can look, and once you see where it has the mint mark because all the coins have the mint mark. If you have the O, that means that it was minted in New Orleans.
Okay.
They actually used to have a mint in New Orleans, which I think closed in the was discontinued in the early 1900s.
Wow, why'd they close it?
I have the slightest idea. I haven't really done any research on it, so I couldn't tell you. But this is the Morgan dollars, which were not popular during the time that these were actually being produced. These were not popular.
Why not?
People didn't like them. I don't really know.
Did they not like the way they look? Because I think they're beautiful.
Well, we do, but they didn't.
Wow.
So, it's not uncommon for them to have, back in the day, to have found a lot of these, like, from people that may have had tons of them just stored away.
Wow.
They call a hoard. They normally call it a hoard, a hoard of Morgan dollars or something.
Okay.
So it wasn't uncommon. This was not a very popular coin during this time that it was made. And I believe this was actually followed up by the peace dollar, which was produced for a little while.
Okay.
So, but yeah, this he called me about this particular coin here, and he didn't really know any of the value of it. So basically, what I did, I just went into my trusty book here. This is an older version of the book. They do have current versions. People actually collect these, believe it or not.
The books?
These books here.
Wow, I'm glad I just found that.
So this is actually the 67th edition.
Oh,
so this book is produced every year. So you have some of these books where somebody has
like the first or second or third edition or something.
Yes,
That could be worth
which could be worth money in
Wow,
itself.
That's interesting.
So basically what this book here does, this will tell you about American coinage. And this basically tells you what you should expect to buy the coin for, how much you should be expected to pay for the coin. Now, this is not an exact science as to what you would pay for the coin, but basically this should give you an idea of what you should pay for the coin. Any coin beyond $500, around $500 or more, the book naturally assumed that it's been authenticated and graded by a third-party grader. So basically, it'll tell you what the different gradings are, from MS 65 to PF 65, PF 70, MS 70, the different grades.
Okay.
So this
how many different grades are there?
There's quite a bit. Some fall in. It depends on the quality of the coin, which we're going to touch on that eventually. We'll get more into that eventually. But this is something that you would use if you want to know the value of a coin that you have. Basically, it's a very nice book. So they'll show you some of the different coins throughout America's history, gold and silver, and also clad coins, copper nickel coins as well. But you can learn a lot from this book. Gives you a lot of information. We give you mint dates and kind of give you a roundabout value what you should be expected to pay for the coin in this book. So this is the coin book that I use to look up your coin there, and find out, try to get an idea of the value by looking at the quality of the coin. So,
yeah, and then you suggested me. You said, we should take it to Allen's Coins and see what they'll give you for it. And I took it there, and the guy looked at it, and he was like, "Oh, this is nice." And then he put it down, and he opened a big book, and he went here and said,
he offered you a certain amount for it.
Yeah, he said, "Well, I'll offer you $125 for that coin." But then you told me, he said, "You
I
probably
told
get
you to
twice
hold on to it."
Yeah,
I don't know about some people what price I'm offering for coins on there, but hey. Yeah, so I
live in a glass house. They can know. Because I'm handing this down to my son. My son let me get that.
So I told him, hold on to it. Because I looked in here and I was like, they're offering you that price for it. You can get a better price for it. Better yet, just hold on to it. Maybe send it to a third-party grader, and we can see what happens from there. I'm actually a member of NGC, so I can actually get coins graded. So maybe we'll send it to a third-party grader when I decide to send some things in to be graded.
Now, what is what's the value in that? If I get it graded, does that make it more valuable?
It can to some degree because it'll actually solidify
that it is authentic.
The authenticity and the quality and what grading it is. So it all depends on the grading that you get with the coin. So definitely something you want to send off to be graded. Because I know they looked at it and they were willing to offer you something for it. So I would send it off to get it graded just to see how it's graded.
Good idea.
But also, they have another book here. This is called the Red Book. This is made by, I believe this is Whitman's Publishing. And you have the Blue Book. The difference between these two books is one book tells you what you should expect to pay for the coin. This is to tell you what you should expect to get when you sell the coin. That's the difference. Not an exact science, but it should give you a ballpark.
Yeah.
But that's why you want to get the more updated. This is 2014, but you want to get the updated versions when you're you want to sell or buy. But these are great references to look back just to see how much a coin was at one point in time. Excellent references.
Yeah.
So you'll see in these books, you'll see coins go up and coins go down. So that's kind of the way the story goes.
Now, what affects that? A coin's value going up or down?
Demand. It could be quite a few different things. Let's say a new hoard of coins are found of that coin. A lot of factors can come in and affect. Definitely demand. Definitely affect. Whether or not the coin is more expensive or not as expensive, so to speak.
Okay.
So we got more books too. So I want to share this here. This is 2014 as well. You're not in the time machine. I know it's 2016, but just showing you some older books I have. This is actually for world coins, and this is from 2001. And the coins are normally for about 2012. Normally, when you get a book, from my observation, normally if it's a 2014, it's going to have coins in here starting from the year 2001 to 2012. If it was a 2016, it'll probably go up to the coins from 2001 to 2014.
Okay.
So I know that it normally seems to kind of lag like 2 years behind before they actually post a coin. But this book here will tell you a lot of information. Normally has pictures of the coins, will tell you different things about the actual silver weight and things of that nature, which we will teach you guys about the actual silver weight of the coins, gold and silver, the gold weight, silver weight, and how to properly basically understand the difference between the ounces and the grams, and how the gram becomes an ounce, and make sure that you're measuring in troy ounce, that you're weighing in troy ounces, as opposed to what is known as avoirdupois. We'll get into that later. But basically, this book shows you proof coins, commemoratives from different nation states. And I have another book here, which is interesting in itself. And this one is world coins, but if you look here, this is for basically circulating coinage. So coins that
people actually put their hands on and spent somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is interesting in itself. This book is really, really good. It's showing coins from 1901 to present.
Wow.
And I think the coins in here go to about 2000. I want to say 13, maybe. 2013, I believe, because this is a 2015 book. So books like this come in handy if you want to get into, let's say, actually maybe buying coinage, circulated coinage from other nation states, which I call some of that junk silver as well too, depending on the condition. So a book like this would come in handy for that. And it is interesting because it gives you little stories about the region and different things, who was in that area, when it was conquered, and who borrowed coinage. These books are very informative.
That's a little history lesson.
Yeah, and you get a little history in these books as well, which is really cool. So you definitely want to look at books like this when you get into coins. And let's say, you may say, why would I want to do that? I'm hedging. I'm not really trying to collect coins. What I found in my personal experience, and I don't know if a lot of hedgers out there agree with me, but my personal experience, one of the things that I've discovered is that when you get into hedging, you kind of start falling into the collector arena sort of at the same time. Yeah.
Well, that would make sense, I mean, whether you get into to old money or coins and stuff like that, you're still hedging. It's still a reserve of cash, Right. I mean, worst come to worst, you can always turn this stuff into, money if you need it or whatnot,
Right. And it's always something nice about if you have a coin and you realize that it can carry a value beyond the actual silver content in the coin. When you start getting into more like commemoratives and collectors things. It's not an exact science, because I've seen some coins that people have bought, paid $100 for, and then turn around the next year it goes down some. But that's just like with anything that you do, whether you're dealing in stocks or whatever, there's risks and chances that you take with everything. Like I said, it's all speculative to me. So.
Yeah. Well, what I remember you was telling me too, that different things can make money valuable. Like you were saying, sometimes the serial numbers on dollars and stuff like that, if they're like, what did you say, like 3 numbers in a row or something like that, you said that can be, worth money or whatnot. What was you telling me?
It just depends on the sequence of the numbers, how the numbers are set up. If you have a low on your bills, if you have low, let's say it's like something, I'm just saying that's like 0.00001, something like that. Like you have a lot of zeros, it can be worth money. But paper money is what it is. It's paper money.
True indeed.
So it has no value beyond the actual.
Well, exactly.
When it really boils down to it, it's not a precious metal, but I do get into a little money and things like that. And another thing we want to touch on real fast too is apps that you can put on your Android or your iPhone.
iPhone, yeah. So
I'm not a big iPhone fan, so that's why it took me a while to say that. So you can actually put on your phones. Some of the apps that I have on my phone is one that's called Coinflation. I like Coinflation because what that basically does, it allows you to input the number. It'll show you the coins that you want. For example, American coins. Let's say you have 4 silver quarters. You can go to the Washington quarter. You can put the information in, and then basically what it'll do, it will literally give you the melt value of the coin.
Wow.
So
yeah.
So this is the app here. It's called Coinflation. So if I go in here, you see where it said at the top, it says U.S. silver coins.
And that can be found in the Google Play Store.
Yes, Google Play Store. Then it gives you all the American coinage. So you can just basically scroll down. Let's say I have a Barber $50. It'll go there. And let's say I have 2 of these. I can put 2 in, and then I hit calculate, and it'll give me the actual melt value, $12.93. Nice app to have to learn the melt value of the silver.
Now, when you say melt value, do you mean if they melted it down and got the silver out of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that you know what the actual melt. That's just dealing with no numismatic value. If it's if it looks great, it may have value beyond the silver in it. But the melt value will give you the basic value of the precious metal that's in it, whether it's gold, silver, platinum, palladium. But this app right there that I show you mainly focuses on silver American coinage.
Now, the silver, does it fluctuate a lot?
It does fluctuate, and that's one of the things. It's a market where it fluctuates. I know a few years ago, the silver had climbed. I want to say maybe it was 2011. It may have climbed as high as I think almost $50.
Wow!
So it does vary. They had the same situation happen in the late 70s with the Hunt brothers. If you get a chance, look them up. The Hunt brothers. How they were trying to corner the silver market kind of remind me of, you ever seen Trading Places? Remember the dudes? Kind of remind me of that type of situation, but definitely something interesting to learn about if you want to know about how, at one point, how silver went as high as almost, it did, I think $50.
Wow.
Was it 79, early 80 or something like that?
Wow, that's something.
But it dropped hard. Gravity had its way. Gravity eventually had its way. So
that is true. What goes up must indeed come down.
And that brings me to this other app here. This app is from Alternative Solution Development that I'm going to show you. Let's see here. It's this one here that says gold and silver. Okay. Of course, they have the little advertisements. Go through everything. So you have gold price, you have silver price, you have platinum price, you have palladium price. So that's platinum there, showing you what platinum is. Wow. What you see right here, the prices you see right here is the bid and the asking price. The bid price is basically the price that the merchants pay. The asking price is what you and I pay.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that is. Let's go out of there. Go back to our favorite thing, silver. And there it is, showing you the silver prices.
Wow, now that's dropped in the last couple of days, hasn't it, a little bit?
Wow.
Ain't that something?
That's dropped dramatically.
Wasn't it like 19 something? Now it's like 17.
It was 1890 last night?
Yeah,
okay,
wow.
I need to be buying. So what you have down here, which is really cool, you scroll down, it'll show you how much silver was certain times of the month. Then it'll show you 60 days. And this is where it really goes, 6 months. Then you scroll. Let's see. You want to see 5 years ago. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah. April
2012. Look at that. Silver was around $35.
Wow.
Let's scroll back even more. Let's see. 8 years ago. Look at that peak.
Holy moly.
So this is really cool. So it was 2000. Let's see, what year was this? Around 2011, between October 2010 2011. Look at that.
Where was that up to? What is that?
Almost
50?
Almost
$50. Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So interesting. So this is an app you want to download. You should be able to just go into your Google Play Store and put in gold and silver price app. And you should be able to find this. Like I said, it's about alternative solution development. Other sites have, there's other places that have one too. JM Bullion has one right here. So, show you their app real fast.
And what is affecting that up or down? What's making silver do that?
I mean, there could be various things. What's going on in the market? What is it? Brexit? Is that how they pronounce it?
Brexit. Oh yeah.
Brexit.
In Europe,
that affect the prices. It could be different things that happen. You know, you have to pay attention to what's happening.
Okay.
And a lot of things can affect, somebody's currency being devalued. There's quite a few things that can affect the price. But as you can see, this is showing you the price of gold, silver, platinum, and palladium.
Yeah. That palladium. Well, that platinum. Good. I remember when people were wearing platinum chains. I can see why they stopped doing that.
It used to be most valuable as gold. It used to be more valuable than gold, but as you can see, that's not the case now.
Yeah, that is true indeed. You're right.
So yeah, these are the type of apps and type of things you want to have on your phone. So, just like I said, go to Google Play Store, put in for these apps, and just maneuver around them, mess around with them, and just see how they operate and see which one works for you, because there are many different ones. So these are just a few that I wanted to show, show our viewers. But basically what we're going to do, we're going to touch more on other things as we progress in the series. We're going to end here. So we just wanted to show you the necessities, the things that you need. You need your books.
Yeah.
You need apps like this. These are things that will help you, as I like to say, get your knowledge up. Once again, this is Intalecrek, the Coin Medic.
And this is your boy Fizz Ahead.
Thanks for viewing.
Urban Hedgers.
And we'll talk to you later.
See you later.